Oh yeah, dude, no doubt. Oh, this? Yeah, it's a Lagunitas undercover shutdown ale. Yeah, I like beer. Yeah, it's dark. It's 10% alcohol. Why? What are you drinking? A wine cooler? Oh, a chilled wine cooler. Excuse me. With what? With a shot of Chardonnay? Oh no, I guess I'm not a big wine cooler and Chardonnay guy. Do you know anything about Mustangs? I guess I should have guessed. I mean, with the whole man bun romper sandals motif, I guess I should have got the idea that you're totally a beta male. Do you know how to drive a manual? Oh my god. Yeah, no, dude, I got something to do over here. Yeah, there's a discussion with some real men that I want to have. All right, dude. Yeah, see you later. What's happening, everybody? Street here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Stang stories. Cheers. Lagunitas Shutdown Ale, the best beer around, 10% alcohol, and locally brewed in Petaluma, California. They're amazing. If you guys haven't tried Lagunitas, then you're doing life wrong. That's just, it's pretty much as simple as that. So get out there, try one. No, they're not sponsoring me, but it's my favorite beer, so I'm going to thumbs up. All right, guys, so it's Saturday night. I'm just having a little fun. Not going to lie, little buzzed, got a little something going, and wanted to make a video with you. I've been looking up different parts and stuff for the car. From my last video, you guys saw that I was talking about the new Ford Performance power packs for the 1819 Mustangs. They are on the way. I've spoke with Ford Performance. They are in emissions testing now. They won't give me any solid numbers on what to expect, but they did say that the numbers were higher than they expected them to be, and the throttle response is absolutely incredible, and to not expect a manifold option. What I'm kind of thinking they're going to do is they're going to take the GT350 cold air intake, they're going to take the 87mm throttle body, and they're going to dump that in with a tune. The way I see it, it's going to be the same as the Power Pack 2 for the 15 through 17 Mustangs. I'm only speculating at this point. I don't have any certainty behind it, but that's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's what you're going to immediately benefit from on this. The manifold on the 18s is already amazing, and the only thing that is really lacking is a good cold air. And the bigger cold air and the bigger throttle body with the tune are going to make an amazing difference right off the bat. They generally add a bunch of low-end torque on these tunes, so I'm expecting a good torque bump in the low end through like 25 to 4,500 RPM, and probably another 25, maybe 15 to 25 peak horsepower, a pound-foot of torque in the high end or something. Either way, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to get one. I hope to be one of the first to get one, and I'm going to be posting videos on it here, no doubt, hopefully within a couple of months. They say that it shouldn't be any more than 3 to 5 months. They highballed it. They said hopefully it'll be out in a month or two. They've been expecting a release for quite a while now, but again, it's held up in emissions, and we all know how that goes. It will be 50 state legal, but they got to go through all the bureaucracy and all the crap to get that EO number. So we're waiting for that. It's coming. Now, what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was the changes that have been made to AB1824. A lot of you guys who don't live in California already know the exhaust laws that happen here at the first of the year, and a lot of us panicked, including myself. I panicked big time. I bought an X-Pipe, I had it, I heard the new exhaust law, I returned it. I didn't want any part of it, man. It was just too much of a risk. It was too much money to come up with, and it just turned into a big fiasco. That being said, a lot of information has come out about the AB1824, and it basically stated that, you know, hey, any modification to the exhaust was illegal. If you're over 95 decibels, it was illegal. And yeah, I know this was all pre-existing law. The AB1824 was basically an attached enforcement to the law, which made it much more aggressive, and it was no longer a fix-it ticket. It was like a mandatory fine. But information's coming out now that kind of proves a lot of us wrong. I'll be the first to admit I was wrong. a lot of us went on information that was just misleading and kind of bad at first. And while there is still this $1,000 fine, a lot of these fines seem to kind of base around the whistle tips. I don't know if any of you guys remember whistle tips from Oakland and shit back in the day.
Nearly every muffler shop in Oakland is installing whistler tips. It's a piece of metal welded inside the exhaust pipes that makes the car audible for almost a mile. Tell me about the whistles.
The whistles go whoop.
Anybody that has it in their neighborhood's going to be totally driven crazy.
It sounds like what?
When you want to whoop whoop, it's that whoop whoop. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the flows. They didn't trip off the flow mask.
Whoop. But a lot of it still is based around that. When you actually look at the legislation, you know, it's like the fee schedule is different. Certain things will cost you money. And please don't flame me if I'm not exactly accurate. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a police officer. I'm just going by information that I read. And again, I know, you know, there's some misinformation in the beginning, but this is kind of what it's looking like now. So either way, there was some changes that were, or there was some more accurate information that's come out, which leads us to believe that it's not as significant as it once was. You're still no longer allowed to do a fix-it ticket. You still have to go see the state ref if they want you to. It's all kind of depending on how depending on the way the officer feels at the time. So be respectful, be cool, and don't piss off your police officers, because when they pull you over, they're going to jack you if they want to or not. If you guys want some better information, I'm going to disclaim it now that he's not a lawyer and he's not a professional on this subject, but he knows much more than me and he's got much more information than me. Go subscribe to Retro Car Guy 530 on YouTube. I will put a link to his channel in the description. This is where I got some of my information. So there's been a big ear listening to the car community here. And basically what has been happening, I should say, is a couple of different people have gotten together with SEMA and some other corporations or some other groups of people that have basically lobbied and got some new legislation introduced into California law. So on February 5th, some new legislation was introduced called AB390. Sorry, I had to look down at my paper. AB390. AB390 is basically going to resend the changes to AB1824. Now, I'm going to be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to be kind of not scattered, but I'm not going to be super reliable on the numbers. So I'm not going to give you a bunch of different numbers for what actual codes it's changed. But basically what it's going to do is it's taking the different sections of the law and it's saying, hey, anyone that's modified their exhaust, where they still have their cats, they still have mufflers, they're not using cutouts, but they are above the 95 decibel reading, can now become a fix-it ticket again instead of being a mandatory fine. Right now, I think as long as you're using legitimate mufflers and you haven't removed your catalytic converters and your emissions haven't been affected, I think basically it becomes like a $200 fine or something. So what this bill AB390 is kind of doing is saying, hey, you know, these people are just, you know, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not affecting, you know, emissions. They haven't taken their catalytic converters off. They're using mufflers. They're not using cutouts. We're going to go ahead and make that a fix-it ticket again. It's going to take away some of the hurt from us here in California. So being that I'm keeping my mufflers, I'm keeping my cats, and I don't have cutouts, I'm going to go ahead and get the X-Pipe again. So the X-Pipe will be thrown on the car and we'll be good to go. It's going to be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. I've also planned on getting a catch can. My birthday is actually next week, and I'm going to be buying a couple of things for the car, so be on the lookout for a couple of new videos. Hopefully I can do a quick, you know, catch can install video. Not that they're hard. You assemble it, you cut the thing, you put it on, good to go, you know. But catch can's really important on these Mustangs, man. You got to have them, and you got to be, you know, responsible with your engine management, if you will. And so I want to get on that as soon as I can. I'm about to put 7,000 miles on the Mustang, and I feel like I've waited long enough. So we're going to get that going. But again, I want to repeat myself. If you guys want more information on the exhaust stuff, I found this guy today who's really informative, and he is a retro car guy 530 on YouTube. And again, I'll post his YouTube channel in the description below, and you guys can go check him out. And good times are ahead. We're going to get through this whole exhaust law in California. The car community is pushing really, really hard, and it looks like they've actually heard us. So I look forward to that, and I think we can get this going pretty good, and it's going to be a good time. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope this was somewhat informative for you. I know I'm all over the place. Again, I blame the alcohol, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at silverstang707, and we'll see you guys on the next one.